Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Today we're talking CKB, Bitcoin, and Voyager token. It's been a few days since I've really dropped an in-depth video. You don't want to miss this one. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you haven't already, feel free to hit that subscribe button and please go ahead and like the video. We are going to look at CKB first and foremost. And what I want to do is just really break this thing down at a super high level. I want to kind of know where this thing is at as far as retracement and extensions go. It's very important that we know the whole side of the story with CKB. So we can definitely tell that CKB has wicked off the 61.8, which is not a good thing, and we are starting to form this symmetrical triangle. Now, CKB is my baby, and I love CKB and everything it stands for. You guys all know that. But we are seeing this little pattern play out, and if we see Bitcoin really start going bearish, we will more than likely see this thing kind of fall back down to at least this 0.011-ish area. Otherwise, this could also be viewed as a nice bull flagpole with pennant, and this could, in fact, retest this 0.0183-ish level. So if you see it moving each way, keep both of those numbers in mind. If things blow past the 0.011-ish level and it goes bearish, we can definitely expect a retest of this 0.007 mark. And that would be interesting to see how much support is at that level. I hope we don't get a chance to see that, but we may in fact be priming for that. That's CKB on a retracement schedule. Let's look at an extension and just kind of see where we are at in the world with this. So we did reject off the 38.2 going higher. Now this is interesting because really the 23.6 is our last line of support, somewhere in this 0.012-ish level. You know, and that would make sense to see CKB maybe meet this 200 moving average somewhere down in here, especially if we cannot hold this 50 moving average on the 2-day chart. My worst fear at this point, let's switch over to a 1-day chart and see how different this is. Okay, so if we're looking at this 2-day chart, my worst fear for this instance would be to see price action dip straight down and blow through the 50 and the 200. That would be a bad death cross kind of scenario. And I mean, folks, it's that would likely drag this 50 moving average down to form that death cross. So that's something that is on my mind with CKB at the moment. Really, we need to sit and wait for what Bitcoin is going to do. And I hate saying that almost every video, but we really can only pay attention to the pros and cons when trading these smaller altcoins because of Bitcoin. So that's why you see me doing, you know, if we go to this level in a bull move or bear move to this level, you guys kind of get, you know, what I'm talking about there. Well, let's look at Voyager token next, and then we'll get to Bitcoin. So with that said, in the last few videos, I've been kind of noting how much of a support level we had right around this $3.40 mark with Voyager token. And this is one of those tokens, folks. I really am going to invest heavily, not trading advice or anything like that for all of you, but in the next bear market, this will be probably one of my primary targeted coins that I do a lot of investing. This and CKB, that's why I talk about them. But it does look like Voyager token, after this token swap, is kind of hovering under this $3.40 level. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Voyager token maybe come back down and retest this $3.20 level. We had some support there before. Wouldn't surprise me to double tap that again sometime in the next few days. And like I've mentioned in the previous videos, I am seeing this descending triangle kind of pattern play out. Normally, we will see an exit from the triangle when this triangle really starts to kind of squeeze. So with that said, we may indeed see price action hop back up into this channel. And the highest I would say this would trade at before leaving the channel, $3.62, somewhere in there. If it bounces back down, $3.40, you guys can kind of see. The other thing we kind of have going right now is the fact that we are really trading underneath this solid support level at $3.40. This thing could just be setting up to drop back down to the $2.95 level. So next line of resistance to the north side would be about $3.80 for Voyager. It's really tricky to make these videos right now because the market is in such a double-edged sword kind of moment. So that's why we are going to look at Bitcoin at a super high level on a weekly chart. And this is going to be the most important TA that you ever watch today. I can almost guarantee you that. But let's go back to this 2014 rally. We came down, bounced off this 50 moving average, and this really does kind of look like 2021 all over again. But we can see this bounce, a single bounce, and we can see, and this is the weekly chart, back in the 2017-18 rally, Bitcoin came down. We had a single bounce. And then things went south. Now, this 2019 thing, the same thing did happen. It was a rally. We came down, got one bounce, and then the coronavirus hit. Whether this is an anomaly because of the virus or this was following previous trends, we will never know, of course. But it did do that on the weekly chart. And so here we are, folks. And this is why I've been kind of warning everybody to be cautious the last week. I've been called a bear a lot in the comments, but I don't care what you are. If you want to be a bull or a bear, I'm both. I'm here to make money both ways, for sure. I'm not here to lose money and be some hodler, which there's no shame in doing that, but I'm telling you guys what I'm seeing, and I'm being honest with you guys, and I hope you understand that and respect that. 2021 rally, we come down, we have bounced off the 50 moving average. What's going to happen? Well, the last 5 weeks, we can see a clear uptrend. And at the beginning of that uptrend, we had a lot of people selling this little spurt. But we can see these candles did in fact get smaller and smaller, and that's showing a reduced amount of buying. The bears still are not winning, even today and this week. We just had this candle print, and in my chart and cursor is going wild. But we can definitely see that the upward momentum in buying, people are just not buying as much. And let's look at a 12-hour chart to see kind of what's going on. Since about August 23rd, so the last week, people have really been selling. And we can see August 23rd, 24th, there was a lot of people buying this dip that ended up getting bull trapped. We can see momentum came back up and then it dumped again. With that said, we have been seeing heavy selling since this 23rd mark with Bitcoin. We're on a 12-hour chart. So if this death crosses, meaning price action comes down through this 50 and pulls it through this 200, I do think that Bitcoin is in trouble. And I have been saying, watch out for this ending diagonal, folks. It's there on the charts. It's staring at us in the face. And, we can definitely see, where we are at in time right now with this ending diagonal. So it is very present. I do think that given the current circumstances, the previous history, things like that, we may be seeing a little bit of a retracement. And if we cannot hold this 50 moving average at or around this $47,000 level, we could be looking at a cool $39,000, $38,000 Bitcoin here in the next few weeks or sooner. Originally, I had made a video about September 23rd. I believe it was September 23rd or the 30th. I'll have to double check my video, and we can definitely see that right now Bitcoin is forming this symmetrical triangle. And this is kind of one of these unique moments in time because we can definitely see the lows are getting higher, but then again, the highs are getting lower. So that's the perfect definition of a squeeze or a symmetrical triangle. And once these two worlds collide here, probably within the next day or two, Bitcoin is going to be forced to make a decision, selecting the bulls or the bears to be victorious in this little symmetrical triangle, which has been forming since really August 18th. This is going to be interesting the next few days with Bitcoin to see where it goes, but I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I do think that if history repeats itself, we will see another retracement. A lot of people are calling for that $45,000 mark, $42,000 mark, but I do think that in the next couple days or weeks, we very well could see that $40,000 Bitcoin reappear. Just be careful. It's my only words of wisdom. I'm completely out of the market right now myself. I'm not telling you you should be, but I'm not a gambler, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. I like to know where the market is going and weigh my odds against that. So with that said, thanks to all the Patreons. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, it's $3 a month. Get your name, YouTube channel name, business name, whatever name you want on this banner. We'll see you guys on the next video.